John Clapton here, and we have yet another Taiwan variant that we already got back in the early 2020s, and that is Flow with Trey. Now, I did the mistake right there. She was first released as a Taiwan variant back in 2019 as one of the very first Taiwan variants with the Blue Desert line. But that was in case R. She was only in one case as a Taiwan variant. So for this, she is technically considered a grade 2 re-release. That's her first release between her first one in 2010 in Case G, exclusive to Target, and in 2019, exclusive to Case R. 9 years. That's a 9-year gap between 2010 and 2019. So, Flow with Trey is a grade 2 re-release from 2025 and beyond. So, while this isn't our first look at a Taiwan Flow with Trey, this is her first release on the Streamline Blister era and on Red Riders. But this does come with one little caveat though. Flow was first released in Case P earlier this year, but Mattel made a mistake and only her name tag only said Flow without the with Trey part. That was the initial confusion that we were getting regular Flow from Taiwan, but no, it was just Flow with Trey with the wrong name tag. So Mattel realized this and fixed this for Case T, which is where I got it from. And oh yeah, speaking of which, I actually got Flow. The recent reviews of Maiden with Sign and Grem were all from the same store, in the same Toys R Us, in the same mall, a week apart from each other. I wasn't even meant to go there in the first place. I was just meant to go to a mall just to have fun, but because of me, for some reason, so I decided to just kind of walk to Toys R Us, which is literally, escalated right away from the from Toys R Us from the food court, and then boom, Case T. Not all of it though, unfortunately, because I'm missing a few. I think I did miss a few from T, but otherwise, it was a pretty complete case overall, because I have not seen a full case like this since 2025 cases started storming around the Philippines. While we didn't get P, N, P, and Q, or no, N and Q, we got P, R, and S, and now we're in T. We basically have almost every single case from 2025 besides the 2 cases that were missing. So unfortunately, I have missed out on My Name Is Not Chuck, but I definitely won't miss out on Dexter Hooper with Green Flag, and he's in Case U? Yeah, Case U. And that's the case with Masha Elswrench as the highlight. So yeah, I'm getting diverted here. So once again, this is her first time on Red Riders and on Streamline Blisters, on Streamline Blister packaging. So this is our first look at a Taiwan Flow in this format. Besides the key characters version exclusive to Mexico. So she's on the right side this time. So you can see that's the tray right there. It does feel pretty nostalgic seeing Flow on the packaging. Wow, my voice is not being well this time. Alright, so Flow with Trey in this time only in 3 languages. Made it with Sign, I hear, was in 4. Or this is kind of weird. 4, it's just 3 languages for Flow: English and French, as in the Canadian variant. And unfortunately, my flow tray has a paint chip in there, but I can probably live with it for a long time. It's, I don't think I'll ever get a replacement for flow with tray. Unless I find her, and then I think I might regret reviewing this version, this flow with tray. Oh well. But yeah, on the back, for a fourth week of 2024, you'll see what Flow has. But yeah, on the back, you got Dave alternators, which I've seen quite a few of. Sally and Willie oil changer, I've seen quite a few of as well. Fillmore has been around for a while. I have not seen a lick of Sheriff just yet. He's a rare car. He's surprisingly the rarest re-release in of the 10 plus re-releases from 2025. I have not seen Sheriff yet. I've seen zero of him. Or maybe I've seen one, I just didn't realize it. And for some reason, they put Slim Hood on the back. Yeah, speaking of Slim, he's considered a Cars 1 character, even though he's from Cars 3. Suing Mattel. It's kind of weird how they fixed all the issues besides Slim Hood being lumped in with the Cars 1 stuff. That's a really weird error again. But yeah, this is my first time reviewing both flow and the variations. So this is a world of firsts. We're a world of firsts from the Joy of Lifetime channel. So let's get to unboxing. Oh god. Okay. Wow. This is actually my first flow. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe this is my first flow from any form. So yeah, first Taiwan flow on the channel. So let's get our first look here on the front. Very, very tiny circular headlights with a big grin. Lots of metal cladding, considering she's a car from the 1950s, so styling over functionality, I guess. She shows up as turquoise on camera, but she's kind of like an off teal. I feel like an off teal in person. So on camera, this is how she looked from the film itself. So Flow with Trey appears, and I can't remember exactly where. I'll just put a screenshot on the screen, because I can't exactly remember where Flow with Trey appears in Cars 1. Let's check her eyes real quick. Okay, so eyes look pretty decent, given that this is a Taiwan car, and the eyeshadowing can be a little weird from Taiwan. But overall, this is a pretty decent eyeshadow for Flow. Yeah, all the metal-based cladding contains all the way up to the shark fin. Here's a look at the left side. You got your silver rims, huge white walls. Yeah, each white walls. It goes on the edge of the tire too. Maybe way bigger than what Flow actually has. And here's our first look at the tray. It's a kind of like a rubbery. No, it's plastic. It's a plastic piece that is not removable, but it should have detail in the back. Yes, it does. So it says motor oil, which to me, I think this is the same piece that is on the on Mattel's annual advent calendar. No, oh no, it's actually way different from the can right here. But the logo from the advent calendar should be pretty similar to each other's, so it shouldn't be too different. So this is the tray. Some silver cladding on the side. This is where the tray attaches to. Windows are kind of like a twofer. It's the driver's side window is a unibody, but the rest of oh no, the rear window. I think the rear window is no, the rear window is a separate piece. So the driver's side door here is a unibody, but the rest are two pieces, are separate pieces. Sorry, and they're plastic. You got your panel, kind of like a cream white with a huge amount of silver cladding on the side here, and on the back, that's the paint chip right there, which I can live with. Huge tail lights, which are definitely not normal for a car in the 1950s. You got your excessively silver rear bumper. That's a lot of silver. And on the rear bumper, you got California. You can barely just make it out there, but it does say California Showgirl. It does say I can't remember what the original Chinese version did say, but it is the showgirl something on the back, which is on top of the plate holder. That's a lot of silver. I've never seen this much silver from Taiwan. And the right side should be the same as the WEF. Yeah. No, the back window is a separate piece. Both sides of the side windows here are unibody. That's a surprising bit. I didn't realize that. So the back window here is a separate piece, but the driver and passenger side here, there are one piece. One piece is okay. That joke is dead. So yeah, it should be the same as the left. Thankfully. Here's the roof. You got your spare tire. Very different paint. Let me check Grim real quick. Yeah, he is pretty smooth because he's a glossy car. For Flo, she does feel matte. She does feel kind of halfway between glossy and matte. The roof is more like matte, so this is weird. Yeah, this is kind of like straight up matte finish. Despite the paint supposedly trying to replicate the body here, the paint feel does feel a little bit like a matte car, oddly enough. So one last look at the roof, and as we get to the base, boom, U03A. So I think she is like Graham. Yeah, made on the same week as Graham. Surprising, made on the same week. U03A, third week of 2025. Once again, that's the product code. I think she technically is based on the real car, but remade by Pixar. So it doesn't really have too much similarities with how Flo is portrayed to be, but she kind of is a Mercury or a Plymouth. I don't know, she is kind of more like a Plymouth or Mercury. Sorry, a Mercury, because back then these have a lot of Ford products can have exaggerated shark fins from that time and covered rear wheels. I don't know which ones have covered rear wheels like this, but the exaggerated shark fin, I can pinpoint exactly to what this was inspired by. Yeah, this is my review of Taiwan Flow from 2025. I think this was considered one of the boring releases. Well, for me, because I didn't have Flow for almost 20 years, this is my first ever Flow. So that is really exciting.